So today I'm gonna share a little bit about a concept I've recently learned on how to stop procrastinating that has helped me and my husband immensely. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm Lauren with The Smarter Creative. I put videos out every week to help the creative small business owner work smarter in their business instead of harder. I'm a certified Dubsado Pro. I love all things systems and strategy, and I bring videos every Friday about that. So if that is something that you're interested in, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment and a like on my video. The more engagement I get, the more YouTube loves just to push my videos out to other people who need to be encouraged and to learn some things as well. So today I want to talk about a concept from a book by Tracy called Eat That Frog. Super gross title, but it is catchy enough that it has stuck with me and truly made an impact on how I look at my day. And my husband does construction for a living, and it's really, we've brought it into his day as well, by saying like, what's the frog you need to eat? So I'm going to tell you high level what the premise is on that term. The book itself goes over 21 other like procrastination butt kicking tips to like how to stop procrastinating, and it's got so many good tips, but my favorite one is this Eat That Frog. So the whole principle is that they say, I don't know who they is, but they say that if you eat a live frog every morning, then you can walk into the rest of your day saying the worst thing has already happened to me today because I just ate a live frog, and nothing else terrible can happen after that, because that's like pretty low. Like eating a live frog is no bueno. So that's how like the concept, that's where the phrase comes from. So Tracy talks about how on your to-do list, on things that you have to do every day, that you have a frog to eat. You have something that's kind of painful to do, that you're dragging your feet on, but once you do it, like the rest of your day is going to go up and up and up and up and up, because like you just did the hardest thing. So sometimes he says, you might have multiple big things on your plate, but what's the ugliest, biggest thing that you can do? Like what's going to be the grossest frog you can eat to set yourself up for success the rest of the day? And the beauty of it is that our brains are wired in such a way that the positive like dopamine chemicals, like whatever good receptors of hormones and whatever, I'm not a scientist, I have no idea, but like the good things that happens in the brain after you complete like a task that you've been putting off, it skyrockets your brain, and you actually end up being more productive for the rest of the day because you ate your frog and you got something done that you've been putting off that was hard, whatever. So I've been taking this, and when I notice I'm putting something off, maybe it's something on my to-do list that was there on Monday and it's still there on Friday, and it might not have seemed like a big ugly frog, like it could have been something small, but for whatever reason, the way I was looking at it, I was dragging my feet and I didn't want to do it. So it's much easier to put like a label on it, like, oh, you're my ugly frog I have to eat. And then I just do it. Like I just send the email, I just follow up with the person, I just whatever, make the thing. And then what's really helped me is I do not look at all the other like smaller frogs that I could be eating, like the smaller to-dos, if I have a big ugly frog on my list, something I'm going to put off. Because although I want to do XYZ, it's not the thing I really have to do in that moment and in that day. And I'm putting off things that can wait, or that priority-wise aren't as high as what I have to do today, that I'm procrastinating on. And the whole thing is to stop us from procrastinating, because by doing all of these small things, it's just not helpful. James Clear talks about it in, not in Atomic Habits, but in an interview he did with Brene Brown, which was phenomenal. Brene Brown interviewed James Clear on her podcast on Spotify, and it was a 2-part series. And in it, he talks about how people so often, and I might get these 2 words wrong, but you'll stay with me. So often people choose movement, and they feel like just because they're moving and doing something, that means they're actually taking action towards their goal or towards like what they have to do. But really, like, you're just moving, you're treading water, you're just creating things and doing things to do it, and you're not actually getting closer to your goals, to your deadlines, to the things, like big picture, what you want to do. So my encouragement for you this week is to find your big frog. Like, what is the thing this morning, tomorrow morning, Monday morning, whenever it is that when you start your day, what's the hardest thing that's on your plate to do for whatever reason? It could be an quote unquote easy thing. For me right now, it's probably calling the dentist. Like, that's an easy task, but it's hard for me to do for whatever reason. It's hard. So my big frog is going to be calling the dentist and making that appointment and facing the fact that I might have to wait another 2 months. But because I've been dragging my feet for 2 months already, when I should have just called 2 months ago, I would already be in the dentist. Like, these are things with moving that, like, I'm dragging my feet along, silly things. They're not hard things, but it is. It's what I'm procrastinating on. So looking at your to-do list and everything that you have done in that way will help you to stop procrastinating. And that is what we all want to do, right? Like, we all want to get more done quickly, more effectively. I'm here for the 4-day work week if that is something that you want. Like, how do we not spend as much time just moving about and creating nothing really for the sake of it? And how do we take action that takes us towards our goals to get us done what we really need to get done? The client work we've agreed to, the marketing we need to do, like the things that are actual needle movers in our business. How do we work towards that on a daily basis so that we're setting ourselves up for success and not just doing things for the sake of doing things? That's why I don't really like playing around with different, like, all the newest softwares and things, because like I have my set that works for me, and by trying to switch it up every so often, it's just movement. It's not actually helping me in the back end of my business and the behind the scenes actually get my to-do list done so I can be home for dinner stress-free. I can cook my dinner, like all these higher level values that I have, that my business and my daily to-day actions are actually pushing me towards living my best life, living your best life. So I'm encouraging you to live your best life, to put off procrastination, and I hope that eating the frog, finding your hardest task of the day, helps you to move in the way that you need to move, that is actually pushing you towards action and getting your goals done and making it so that you have more time on your hands to do the things that you love to do. So again, that is Brian Tracy's book, Eat That Frog. It's like under $10 on Amazon. I just downloaded it, listened to it on Hoopla from my library on an audiobook, and it was wonderful. So I highly encourage you to check it out. Let me know if this tip helped you, and until next week, I'll see you later.